Hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folk. What's going on? I'm Josh, and yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is the actual title for this pile of shit from LifeSite News. Conservative author explains why we need nationalism to save the culture. Which, the culture is vague as fuck. And just think about this. All of the examples of recent white nationalism, all of the examples that have happened within the last 3 fucking years, and these fucking assholes are like, yes, nationalism is going to save every fucking thing. Nationalism is what led to us not wanting to get involved in goddamn World War fucking II, okay? Nationalism is what led to shit like the German-American Bund Association existing in the 1930s and 40s. Nationalism's not fucking good. It's never been fucking good. It's never been fucking good. Nationalism is the backbone of fucking, at least Nazism. Because people were like, oh, socialism. It's like, no, motherfucker, the nationalist part was the fucking part that Hitler was focused on. Considering he killed every other fucking person who was actually a socialist within fucking Nazi Germany. Fuck, anybody who looked at him wrong was fucking dead. But yeah, like, oh, nationalism's gonna fucking, nationalism's the fucking, the fucking solution to this fucking problem. Anywho, the tags for this, as you can see, are Culture, Jonathan Van Maren, who looks like a grown-up Venom Fang X, JVM, because apparently you need this motherfucker's initials, which is weird because they don't capitalize all the fucking initials, but whatever. Nationalism, Richard Lowry, and the Van Maren Show, which is apparently his fucking like little shitty podcast. So, I'll leave a link to this if you want to go read this shit for yourself. But let's just get to it, shall we? In today's episode of The Van Maren Show, Jonathan Van Maren speaks with National Review editor Rich Lowry about his latest book, The Case for Nationalism, How It Made Us Powerful, United, and Free. Which, again, is fucking insane. Fucking insane. I think a case could be made that nationalism is what led to, the Red Scare. Like, oh, those damn communists, they're not like us. Fucking... How exactly has nationalism made us powerful? How the fuck does that work? Seriously. I want a fucking answer. How is nationalism made a fucking... It's a fucking illusion, you dumb fucks. And also, nationalism unites people. No, it fucking doesn't. Well, I guess it does, but it unites the fucking white nationalists together. Like, nationalists have never been, like, a cross-cut of the fucking... It's never fucking happened. There's never been a nationalist group that's, like, full of fucking different groups of people. It's usually fucking... Generally, it's just white people, like, we need to protect the white people. Because it's never been a unifying fucking... At all. Nationalism didn't unify us. Patriotism did. Empathy fucking did. Nationalism didn't fucking do a goddamn thing. Larry has authored other books, including the New York Times bestseller, Lincoln Unbound, which sounds like a goddamn... It's like... It sounds like some weird fucking thing that takes place in the same fucking universe as Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And Legacy, Paying the Price for the Clinton Years. Which is really fucking funny that you guys always harp on fucking Clinton, which, fuck Bill Clinton, by the way, and fuck Hillary Clinton, for that matter as well. But, like, you never focus on any of the really fucked up shit that conservatives fucking... Ronald Reagan literally, Iran-Contra is synonymous with that motherfucker. And yet, no, he's a fucking patron saint to you fucks. Despite the fact that he literally... gave weapons to Iran to give to the fucking Contras who were like just killing fucking people. Then Marin and Lowry speak about the latter's book, Where America is Headed, The Age of Trump, which is... I didn't think that was going to be a fucking part of the U.S. history. I thought we were fucking past this stupid shit, but nope. And the rise of division in our political climate. The rise of division. Motherfucker, division has always been there. You just been blind to this shit. You see what you want to fucking see. Division's always fucking existed. They're not just like, the rise of division in our political climate. Fuck this shit. And if it is being divisive, it's fucking fascist and anti-fascist, the fucking division. And you guys are on the side of the fucking fascists. I'm fucking sorry, but you're fucking sucking Donald Trump's dick. You're sucking a fascist dick, okay? This is how it fucking works. You know, people don't fucking like you, that's why. Also, you're just a piece of shit, but mainly, probably the Trump shit. Lowry begins by drawing a distinction between patriotism and nationalism. Patriotism is the love of patria, or fatherland. Nationalism is the doctrine that a distinct people united by a common culture, a common history, and very often a common language should govern a distinct territory. Yes, and again, who loves nationalism? Fascists do. Fucking... like, seriously, motherfucker. That a distinct people, united by a common culture. What exactly is American culture? Like, what do you see when you think of American culture? Do you think of the immense diversity, the immense, differences in how people, the experiences that everybody brings to the fucking table, which makes us great, because, ideally we would have no blind spots because we would believe it, we would have everybody's experiences to draw from, and thus we wouldn't be blindsided by some shit. But generally, the people who talk about common culture are fucking Nazis. I hate to fucking break it to you. It's the people who say blood and soil and Jews won't replace us. People in, fucking Richard Spencer going on about, my ancestors used to fucking own black people or some other fucking shit he said in that stupid audio that got fucking leaked. Those are the people who talk about a common history, a common culture, and a common language. Seriously, the only people who care about this shit are bigots. The only people who can't get past people maybe not speaking fucking English well. And the best fucking part about that too is the people who generally are really pissed off about people not speaking fucking English are people who can't speak the fucking language themselves. These fucking people who have, 3 fucking brain cells and all 3 of them are fucking drunk and fucked up because of inbreeding, okay? I hate to generalize, but seriously, those are the fucking people who really give a shit about, they're fucking speaking Spanish and I can't understand them. It's like, hey, how about you fucking try to learn fucking English? Or how about you fucking try to learn fucking Spanish? Or fucking Hindi? Or fucking, Japanese? Or fucking Korean? Or fucking Cambodian? Or fucking Malaysian? Like, why don't you fucking try to learn another fucking language, Instead of it's on the fucking onus of the people who are coming here, who might not, who've been speaking the fucking language for fucking, however fucking, they've been speaking English, fucking not very long, and you're like, oh, for these fucking people. Like, why the fuck did, just learn English? Like, it's that fucking easy. Like, Lowry points to ancient Israel and Joan of Arc as examples of early nationalism. You have to go back to the Bible, because ancient Israel's only really mentioned in the fucking Bible, and a bitch who fucking heard voices about God getting burned at the fucking stake. Did she get burnt? Didn't she get fucking killed by the people she was fighting for? I swear to God, didn't she get killed by the fucking French because she was all fucking crazy or some shit? But makes a distinction between these examples and modern nationalism. Modern nationalism began in the 19th century. It's a movement led by people who believe in popular sovereignty, equal rights, and are rising up in opposition to empires or to monarchs. Which, again, is fucking hilarious. Again, it's really fucking funny that you're talking about modern fucking nationalism starting in the 18 fucking hundreds. You know, when slavery still fucking existed. You know, the century that we had the Civil fucking War. You know, the 18 fucking 60s. You know, but we believe in popular sovereignty, except for, you know, indigenous peoples, because, you know, fucking all the other shit that happened in the fucking 1800s. Equal rights, which again is fucking laughable, and are rising up in opposition to empires or to monarchs. Motherfucker. Okay. It's more not to conflate nationalism and Nazism. Lowry reminds listeners. What the fuck? Literally, nationalism, nationalist is in the fucking name of Nazis. Nazi is a fucking, was it a portmanteau of, what is it, the Nationalist Socialist or whatever the fuck it is? The NDAP? NDAP, the National German Workers' Party. I love this idea of, like, we can't, nationalism and Nazism, despite the fact that Nazis were nationalist. Fucking, it's not the same thing. It was the democratic nationalists, Churchill, de Gaulle, and FDR, who opposed Hitler's Nazism. You do realize we didn't get fucking involved in World War II until Japan fucking attacked us, right? I'm just gonna point out the fact that, again, Hitler's American Friends is a very fucking eye-opening book. I haven't finished the fucking book, but it's very fucking eye-opening in the early chapters. Because you know why? The German-American Bund Association was very much funded by the German government, and America did not give a shit. The fucking Silver Legion, similar group. America didn't give a fuck. There was how many fucking German government funded, like, front groups in fucking America, and nobody gave a fuck. Except for, like, maybe the people who actually gave a shit about, protecting the fucking country from nationalist fucking bullshit. But, like, again, I love this idea of FDR opposed Hitler's Nazism. Again, that's not necessarily fucking true. We only got involved in the fucking Western Front of the goddamn war because Nazi Germany was allied with imperialist Japan. That's the only fucking reason FDR and the American government tried its fucking best. And again, another thing to fucking point out, those German-American Bund Association, they were nationalist organizations. You know what they fucking... Also, the America First Committee, which had people like Charles fucking Lindbergh in it. He himself said some very anti-Semitic fucking things. They believed that it was the Jews and fucking Britain and all these other fucking groups that are trying to get America into the fucking war. Charles Lindbergh fucking said that shit in front of a fucking crowd. Nationalism did not confront Hitler's Nazism. American nationalism prevented us from getting involved in the goddamn war because people thought we could fucking make ourselves impregnable as a fucking country. The America First Committee, their literally whole idea was we could basically fend off any fucking buddy if we made defenses to defend the fucking homeland. That's American nationalism in fucking work. Fuck everybody else. The world could be goddamn on fire, and American nationalists could not give a shit. Back in the fucking day. This motherfucker needs to look up the goddamn history of this goddamn term instead of just fucking running his stupid fucking mouth. Also, fucking Churchill was an awful fucking person. Fucking Churchill led to fucking famines and shit. Like, Churchill as a leader, like, fucking just was like party to fucking a goddamn famine in fucking how many goddamn countries? Fucking And oh my god. Are you like, also, I love this idea of like democratic nationalists, which is not a fucking, that is an oxy fucking moron. Because again, the people who are nationalists don't like democratic fucking institutions. They fucking, Donald Trump is a nationalist. How much does he like the separation of fucking powers? How's the separation of powers fucking treating him in his fucking mind? Not very fucking well. Larry credits the re-emergence of the term nationalism to Trump's use of it. And again, the only fucking people you ever hear talking about nationalism are the fucking people who are zig heiling fucking Donald Trump, are fucking saying Hail Trump, who fucking have 1488 in their fucking screen name, or fucking just, oh my god. That whole 1488 shit makes me leery. Like, I'm kind of happy that I don't have 88 in my fucking names, because it's the year I was fucking born in. Like, I'm so fucking happy I was able to get RezenatorZen and Rezenator Film and Citizen Res and all these other things that don't have fucking numbers in the goddamn thing. Like, I was original enough at the fucking time when I got these goddamn usernames that I didn't have to fucking have numbers in the goddamn thing. I'm fucking happy. Because God knows I would have put 88 in my fucking title, and I would have had it in my fucking name. And I would have had to fucking, fucking make it very clear that I'm not a fucking Nazi. But thankfully I don't have to fucking do that because I don't have that shit in my fucking name. Anyway. Also, if you don't know what the 1488 thing is, the 88 thing comes from 8, the number 8, but also H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. So HH, Heil Hitler. And the 14 words is the 14 words, which is we must secure a future, blah, 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 blah. You can fucking look it up. Just type in 14 words, Nazi, and it'll fucking pop up. He argues that Trump's calls for nationalism have spurred people to reevaluate the meaning and use of the term, even though it has always been a threat of the conservatism in America. Van Maren and Lowry discussed the division surrounding the idea of nationalism. Yeah, it's the fucking white nationalists and everybody who fucking hates white nationalists. Libertarians are hesitant to accept nationalism or any call to a higher loyalty. The one good thing that some libertarians have fucking done is don't like nationalism. Traditionalists, another group that have a lot in fucking common with white nationalists. Matthew Heimbach started the Traditionalist Workers' Party, which was a direct reference to the German Workers' Party, which is the group that became the National, German Workers' Party, the Nazis. He also did the Traditionalist Youth Network, which is it was a website. I'm not sure if it's a website any fucking more. And Matthew Heimbach, big fucking Nazi. What do traditionalists believe? That we can make America great again. That there was a halcyon time in a fucking country. Which is kind of vague on when it was, but it's like kind of 19. Before the sexual revolution in the 60s. So like before the 1960s, so the 1950s. It's like. Are hesitant to accept nationalism as they claim only God deserves that kind of a higher loyalty. And there's the Christian dominionists. Lowry then dives into his case for nationalism, the focus of his book. Lowry points out that to have a true long-lasting democracy, a sense of unification and nationalism is necessary. Also, I'd just like to point out, because this is just a thought that popped into my fucking head. Here's a fucking idea. Look at all the people who are putting forward nationalist ideas. Seriously. Look at Rich Lowry, white dude. Jonathan Van Maren's a white fucking dude. Now that I think about it, everybody I've ever heard that talks about nationalism or common culture or common this and common fucking that have always been white. Blair White, fucking Stephen Molyneux, Paul Joseph Watson, fucking the Golden One, fucking Sticks and Hammer, fucking just seriously think about all the fucking people. Think about all the people that have ever used the phrase nationalism in a positive fucking light. I don't think I've ever seen a black no, that's actually not true. There have been black nationalists, but the overwhelming majority of nationalists are white nationalists and fucking, you know, they live in the parts of fucking states. You know, there's that kind of parts of fucking New Jersey. I can verify that with my fucking own experience. There's some fucking parts of New Jersey you don't want to go to because that shit fucking yeah. Seriously, people here are afraid of the fucking Hispanic people. I'm afraid of the fucking white people. I'm literally afraid of the fucking white people where I live because they're the ones who are gonna fucking, you know, go on a fucking shooting rampage and some shit. Sorry, went on a fucking tangent. Larry points out to have a true long-lasting democracy, a sense of unification and nationalism is necessary. Which you can't unify and be a nationalist, again, because the people who use nationalists are very much exclusionist, and they don't like fucking unity. Fuck me. Just look at the Unite the Right rally and what a shit show that fucking was. Like, if you have a truly unified nation where all people feel a sense of common feeling of belonging, which doesn't fucking happen when there's a fucking jingoistic xenophobe in fucking office, then you have that trust that makes democracy and a market economy possible, which doesn't fucking exist. He points to the Middle East and Africa, where there is no sense of nationalism, just a sense of belonging to a tribe or sect, which is what fucking nationalism is. This leads to discord between sects, unrest, and eventually civil wars and coups, which America just, you know, fucking funnels money to for, you know, shits and giggles. Larry also points out that nationalism doesn't directly tie to a set of beliefs, such as conservatism or liberalism or libertarianism, but the kind of lowest common denominator is willing to put our people first. Again, look at the people who say this kind of shit and tell me that they want to fucking, you know, the people who say this shit want a white ethno state, okay, honey? No fucking black people, no people of color are fucking gonna deal with this shit. Nobody's gonna play ball with this shit, okay? Not a goddamn person, because they're smart enough not to know to deal with these fucking Nazi fucks, okay? Again, put our people first. What the fuck do you mean, our people? Do you mean white people? Do you mean Americans? Do you mean U.S. citizens? You know, fucking what the fuck does that mean? Defending the culture, Lowry highlights, is a key factor for establishing a nationalism. Again, what the fuck is American culture? Seriously, American culture, the U.S. culture is very distinct. It's very, very, it's diverse. That's why you have fucking, you know, that's why you can have like a goddamn Korean place, a fucking, you know, Middle Eastern fucking place, you know, all these fucking different foods, you know, and all these different communities, you know, living together, and, you know, that is our culture, you know. A culture of immense diversity. People who talk about nationalism don't like that shit. They want to have like this one unified fucking, that's American culture. That's not gonna fucking happen because that shit doesn't fucking exist. You know, our culture, I believe, should be, you know, give us your tired, your hungry, your poor, your huddle masses yearning to breathe free. That should be fucking American culture. That is what we should be fucking projecting onto the fucking world, but it's not, because fucking, you know, white people just love fucking up every goddamn good things in this fucking world. Language, Larry argues, is a key factor in establishing and maintaining a strong culture. Larry points to the vision in Catalonia in Spain and in French-speaking Quebec. I mean, considering that there's a whole fucking... He emphasizes the need for the primacy of English in order to maintain the culture. Why English? Why the fuck English? It's because it's what you fucking speak? Fucking, why don't we fucking, why the fuck, why not fucking, an indigenous fucking language? Oh, that's right, because you fucking believe that, white people fucking, oh, we're good. Van Marin and Larry also pointed out the recent attacks on Thanksgiving as an attack on our culture. What the fuck does that mean? Recent attack? Do you mean like pointing out that, Thanksgiving is kind of like, having a good old dinner with your rapist? It doesn't fucking really make a lot of goddamn sense for a lot of indigenous fucking people. So, Columbus Day doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. Thanksgiving doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. Thanksgiving is literally, it's a fucking holiday celebrating the genocide of people. Like, we wouldn't celebrate the start of the Holocaust. Like, why the fuck do we celebrate Thanksgiving? Like, I don't fucking... Like, seriously. The culture core of our nation is under pressure more than ever before, Lowry tells reader. The cultural core, i.e., colonialist-centered history is under fucking pressure. I'd argue that's a good thing. Because this fucking colonialist shit that we fucking have got going on here is fucking tiring as fuck for me. You can't even imagine what it's like to be a fucking, a goddamn minority in this fucking country. Especially if you're an indigenous fucking person. Imagine all the shit that you've had to fucking deal with this colonialist bullshit. Fucking, seriously. Like, I'm sick to death of this shit. Imagine how indigenous fucking people feel about this goddamn holiday. Larry argues that we must acknowledge our history, not shy away from or hide the mistakes of the past, which would include, hey, we kind of genocided a lot of fucking people, in creating this shitty fucking country we currently occupy. He sees the current anti-America movements that see America as rotten to its core. Motherfucker, this country was founded by a bunch of slave-owning, hypocritical, slave-raping scumbags, okay? This fucking country was rotten even before the fucking founders got to making this fucking whole country. Fuck me. The whole idea of the United States of America was fucking, was taken from a fucking Native American coalition of fucking, fucking, the name's escaping me, but it's, it was the Cherokee League, or, we basically stole that fucking idea from fucking them. And then proceeded to fucking eliminate them in a systematic fucked up way. But even before that, fucking Christopher Columbus shows up, was like, it's fucking India. And everybody's like, it's not, what the fuck are you talking about? India. We're not in India. We don't know what the fuck India is. Like, think about the people. Seriously, people canonize the fucking Confederacy. The people who talk about nationalism also have this fucking hate on, or fucking hard on, for the fucking Confederacy. They were fucking traitors to the goddamn U.S. They seceded from the country because they didn't want to give up the fucking slaves they owned. It's literally why we had the goddamn war. Fucking, is extremely detrimental to the fabric of our nation. The fabric of this fucking nation is moth-eaten. The fabric of this fucking nation needs to be fucking replaced. The fucking foundations need to be repoured. This whole fucking country, there's too much fucking blood. There's too much fucking blood on this goddamn country's hands. Like, especially, and most of it, if not all of it, is on the fucking hands of people like you and I, white people, who profit from this fucked up system. And then when that system starts to fucking evaporate, when our privilege starts to go away, you guys like, we need to keep my control over this because I don't like change. I don't like losing my special fucking powers. Instead of going, why am I having this reaction? Why the fuck do I feel this entitlement? Instead of doing that, no, you're like, this power is mine. And that is the fucking problem. Lowry and Van Maren turn their attention to the current division in the cultural and political climate and the impact this will have on nationalism, as well as how we can recover from this division. We can recover from this division when all of you fucking nationalist cunts fucking die. Or fuck off to some other fucking country. Fucking, this division ain't gonna be fucking solved by your panty fucking wasted, weak ass fucking fascism. It's not gonna fucking happen. Your fascism isn't gonna fucking do goddamn jack shit to solve fucking division. They also discussed the 2020 campaign, who Lowry thinks will gain the Democratic nomination, and what America will look like if Trump or Democrat wins in 2020. Oh, I'm sure if Donald Trump doesn't fucking win, he'll have a pissing fucking and moan session to the fucking nth goddamn degree. And we'll have to remove this motherfucker with a goddamn SEAL team from the fucking White House. Because Donald Trump doesn't take no for a fucking answer. Just look at his fucking history and tell me he doesn't take no for a fuck. That he actually, that he knows what fucking consent is. Fucking. I wish people like this would have a fucking eureka moment. Like, I wish they would have this kind of, like, they'd hear themselves talking, and then they'd be like, is that what I fucking really sound like? Like what people need to do is what I'm kind of doing, fucking reading these motherfuckers' words back to them in a way and going, this is literally what fucking, like, the Nazis and all these other fucking, fascist groups fucking said. It's like, like, change some of the context of what this, like, change the topics that they're talking about, like, the subjects of this, like, and you literally would have a Hitler fucking speech, Like, we need, strong, blah, blah. And especially since Donald Trump is signing this fucking executive order that somehow that's going to make Jews, like, a nationality? Which just others fucking Jews who live in this country who don't want to go to fucking Israel? Like what he's saying is, like, every Jew here who's, a U.S. citizen is now, like, its own nationality? Like, just... Anyway, ta-ta, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day, except for Jonathan Van Maren and Rich Lowry, who I hope shit themselves constantly for the rest of their fucking lives. Ta-ta.